leading an AI-based one-of-a-kind lending marketplace.
A little over 2 decades. I started from Bits Pilani and started my career with Honda in Delhi.
He has held leadership positions at global companies.
I always wanted to come back to India to do something meaningful here. So came back to head operations for BlackBerry.
NewsX India A-list proudly recognizes Manish Sharma for excellence in strategy and business development.
Hello and welcome to NewsX A-list. Today I'm joined by Mr. Manish Sharma. He is the CBO of Saarathi. A very warm welcome to NewsX.
Thank you so much for having me.
Manish, before we talk about your organization and your role in here, you have a very interesting, career path that you've had for the last 2 decades. And, this show is all about people to inspire the younger generation, entrepreneurs, people who want to start up. So therefore, to know from your story would be very interesting to tell them, what they can do in their life to achieve high. So please give us a quick roundup about your journey so far.
A little over 2 decades. I started from Bits Pilani and started my career with Honda in Delhi. Then went for my MBA to Penn State. Then started working for this very large biotech company called Genentech. It was at that time the number one company in the Fortune 100 best companies to work for. Fantastic experience, a lot of really innovative people. Then I had a pleasure of working for Apple in Cupertino right around when the iPhone was launched. Just again, tremendous experience there. But I always wanted to come back to India to do something meaningful here. So came back to head operations for BlackBerry, moved back to Apple. Really, one of the first few members of the team that built the iPhone business here in India. 6 years there. Went from one great company to another, which was Microsoft, just a phenomenal company, very humble under the leadership of Satya, and just so much to learn from there as well. And then finally decided I wanted to do something which was going to change something big in India. And so that's my decision to come to Decimal. Right now, we're working on this platform, which is a digital lending marketplace.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to make a big difference to how India lending is. And so I'm super excited about that.
That's great to hear, Manish. And it's excellent when people like yourself come back to the country and give it back to the country. It's very, very important. I believe in that myself. And it's very nice to see people like yourself doing so. Manish, as you mentioned, the biggest names people want to work with, can think of working, desire to be working with you, work with all. And, holding important positions there. Gives you an understanding and learning of a lot of new things and new ways. Can you share a few with our viewers for people to understand how it is to work in organizations like those?
Yeah, there's so much to learn, and I could just go company by company. But really, I think my Honda was all about quality. That quality comes first, and I think there's that becomes the center point for what they want to deliver to the customers. Genentech, I learned this thing that no customer goes without, that you put the customer in the center. Every business strategy is around it. To me, two things that I've always taken to heart. The first one from Apple was simplify. Simplification is the state of understanding it completely. And in such a cluttered world, when we bring it down to its bare essence, I think it's beautiful. And then with Microsoft, I think what we learned is you can't win it alone, that having a partnership DNA
Yes.
is what would actually make you succeed in this world. And I really feel like in today's world, in what I'm doing right now, unless I'm able to create partnerships that are meaningful for everybody, it's not going to succeed.
So all the learnings that you have had over the years, what do you bring on board for Saarathi, and what is it that is going to help its users for?
So Saarathi, our vision is to bridge the credit gap in India.
Okay.
The way we want to do it is we want to focus on the offline channel and transform it digitally. And our thinking in there is that for all lending products, people need assistance or expertise before they choose one.
Yes.
And typically, it is your broker, your direct sales agent that helps you make that decision. If that direct sales agent is not digitally transformed, doesn't have the intelligence that now the digital world brings in,
Yes.
they're not going to be able to do it, one, effectively, secondly, for a lot of people. What Saarathi stands for is pulling that intelligence, which typically lies with the bank, back into the channel. So the channel is intelligent and can reach out to a whole lot of people. And that's how we'll bring the credit access to a much higher level than where it is right now.
Manish, I really want to understand this here from consumer point of view. Trust factor, understanding something new, and especially when it has credit involved in it, and and understanding an Indian mentality. How do you crack that here?
Well, so I think to me, insights and bringing actual data closer to the person instead of just your verbal advice
Yes.
makes the trust go much higher. What we are enabling through the digital means is the complete transparency of information.
Okay.
And when that happens, the trust automatically goes up.
That's there. So this that you do have a banking sales solution, enable
Yes.
solution. Can you explain to our viewers what is that?
So Saarathi, which is our marketplace, is not just a marketplace for the brokers or the direct sales agent. Saarathi is also a platform that a bank can use for their sales teams.
Okay.
Okay, and so when they do that, we provide the AI ML based intelligence and all the APIs that are behind it to create risk profiles for any borrower that's coming in. And so that information is available instantly to all the sales team of the banks. So they are way more effective in the market identifying whether a customer meets the profile that they typically lend to.
Manish, is there someone like Saarathi right now in the Indian market, or you're the first mover for such a kind of concept?
So one, the market is very big. So
Yes.
there is space for 100 Saarthis to be there and still the market is big.
Yes.
But you're right. I think the kind of scope that we have right now, there are few players who have a more niche focus.
Okay.
There's not one player which has a financial product focus like we do. So we cover a whole lot more products, and we intend to be in a whole lot more geographies than most of the online players that I see right now. There are certainly offline players, the players who've been around for a while, but
Yes.
they lack the digital intelligence.
So you I just want to understand this. So you have customers right now on board,
Absolutely.
and
So
how has it been growing, especially during the pandemic?
the lending demand has taken off even more post pandemic. So a lot of people are looking for lending products or loans. In a matter of 4 months, we started from scratch and now have a very large book just focused on Delhi NCR and few cities around.
Oh, great.
And so every month we're literally doubling in size.
Excellent.
But what we see is that in about 3 to 6 months, we should be transacting about 1,000 crores a month from overall disbursement standpoint. And it's just a matter of us taking our digital platform to as many channel partners as we potentially can.
And what are your aim? What is the aim for Saarathi? How you want to spread all over the country, or you're still targeting the northern part right now?
So our, we've taken it up as milestones.
Okay.
My first milestone is we should be in the top 20 cities.
Okay.
And we should probably be working with somewhere around 5 to 10,000 channel partners and about 100 lenders. Thereafter, the network effect takes up. Because it's digital platform, you don't actually need a physical presence to be in a lot more cities.
Yes.
So our first focus is 20 cities. And then thereafter, I think we're gonna digitally expand to a whole lot more cities.
That's very good, and we wish you all the very best, and I hope that Saarathi achieves what they want to. But before I let you go, Manish, all your achievements calls for this one quick mantra for, I would not say success, but for a better future. Something that you would tell our young viewers who are watching this.
Sorry. So for me, I think everything really revolves around creating a great team and one, respecting talent and loving people. You can't achieve anything without these ingredients in mind. And I think, for me personally, I like to hire talent that I would want to work for, so that I can learn so much, right? Our ability our commitment to learn and evolve every day, our desire to create clarity and simplify things, and making sure that we collaborate so everybody wins. I think these are the things that I always keep as a recipe to how I want to move forward.
Manisha, one thing that I am certainly learning out of this interview is that you believe in teamwork, and that is very important. Nothing can be achieved alone. And you need a good team, and for that, you need to have talented people. Thank you so much, and all the very best. And we hope to connect with you once again later this year.
I would love to do that. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.